everybody, Joe Coffey here for PremierGuitar.com. We're here at the LA Amp Show 2010. That was the one and only Billy Yates playing an LSL guitar through a Red Jones amp. And we're here to talk about both companies. Let's start off with LSL guitars. Lance, how are you, sir?
Hi. Morning. Nice
Good.
to have you
Yeah,
here.
good morning. It is morning, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is midnight for musicians. Like,
Yeah, wait till later. We'll see.
that's a pretty amazing sounding guitar there. Tell us about it.
Well, there's an experiment of ours that we just strung up this morning, and this is a direct print Paisley design of our own design, right on the lacquer. And
It's not an overlay. That's
an
right.
overlay. So this will hopefully, and I think it proves that it will let the guitar breathe, and we're not suffocating the guitar with an overlay. And it's very thin. Then we spray lacquer over it, so it makes a nice flat finish on there. And this is a pine body with a rosewood fingerboard neck, and we love that combination. I think Billy likes it too.
Oh, I love it. It's lightweight. God, was this about 6.5 pounds, maybe? Six? Yeah. And it's got, it's got a nice spanky resonance to it. And then you go to the neck pickup. See what I'm saying? Oh, God, that feels good. Woo! This is a great guitar.
People who have never played a pine body guitar, what should they know? It's obviously a very light wood.
Light, spanky. It's got great bottom end, and especially with the rosewood, it makes for a great rock and roll guitar. We really love the pine rosewood combination. With nitrocellulose finishes, real thin. That's why we do it this way. Keep those finishes thin, let the wood breathe, and the result is clear.
I want to look at some more guitars, but before we do that, bring us up to speed for anybody who isn't hip already. Tell us about LSL guitars. What's it all about?
Well, it started out, I just wanted a guitar for myself, a really good one. And I made it. People wanted to buy it, wanted another one. I showed it to Cal Vintage Guitar, a guy named Tommy K. And he said, "You made this?" "Yeah, I made it. Yeah. Can you make another one?" "Yeah." So that was about 500 guitars ago. and they just kept coming out, surprisingly enough, the way they do. And we haven't changed anything, and we're still doing them the good old-fashioned way. We make our own pickups. We make the bodies. We're not a parts house. And it's
So
just...
this figured neck I'm looking at over here, you carved that.
We carve it, and we carve it. We make that, we shave our necks by hand. We have the world's first and only drive-through neck shaping facility. You can actually come to our shop sometime, and we'll shape a neck for you right there. It takes about a half an hour.
We ought to do it justice and flip that around so the camera can see.
Oh, baby. Ooh. Oh, feel the love. The joy emanating.
What kind of wood is this guy?
This is a single-piece ash, swamp ash, light as a feather. And this is one that we've done much, much less relicking to, but we always do check the finish so that the guitar will breathe. And they do breathe. And they make people stop breathing, depending on who's playing, of course, But so this is one that we did very, very little relicking on. Usually we do a little more because the finishes are so thin, we can't get away with doing perfect finishes. So we relic them in order to cover our tracks. And that way we keep the finishes thin, make the guitars alive, and when you strum that first chord, you know right there. All it takes is one.
Well, let's listen to an ash body here. And Billy, while I've got you here, tell us about the amp you're playing through.
Well, this is my take on a Liverpool circuit, and this is the third pool that I've built, and we kind of went all out on the choice of the woods for the cabinets. This is Bubinga. The front is Bubinga, and it's Padauk. This is Padauk on the outside, and the faceplate is snakewood, which is a species of rosewood. And a few enhancements here and there on the circuit. Kind of scaled a couple things back to make it not quite as aggressive as my 18 watt and the 45 watt amp, but it's pretty. It comes through very clear, and it honks, as you heard. And this is my guitar, Georgette, that Lance built for me. And this is a guitar that probably gets the most use in my arsenal. It just feels so right. I mean, it's an Alnico Gold Celestion, and we've just settled on that speaker for some reason. It just seems to have the most clarity and definition of any of the speakers that we tried. We do offer the Fane Studio 12L for somebody who wants a little bit more beefier low end and they can handle more current, and we also use the greenback Celestions, which we're using on the 18 watt cabinet over there. That's kind of an experimental design as well. We haven't put that one into production yet, but that's the first one, and it doesn't have the grill cloth on it. But that's such a beautiful piece of ancient cedar that came from a ship. It was like 200 years old. I don't know how old the tree was when they cut it, but that is amazing sounding wood. It really makes a great platform for a baffle. So really, that's about all that's new with us. We're a year older and a year wiser.
All right, let's do one more thing before we wrap here. I'd love to hear the single coils.
That's a nice spanky kind of sound. And then we go to our middle position. Neck position.
Kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Every note is an adventure on an LSL guitar. Trust me.
Well, let's let folks know about the website if they want to find out more about LSL guitars.
Well, we have many dealers, great dealers all around the U.S., and they're listed all at www.lslinstruments.com.
All right, and Red Jones amps.
www.redjones.net. Wide net, I don't know. That's just the way it came out.
All right, you got it. I'm Joe Coffey. You're watching PremierGuitar.com.